trends.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the spotlight is on Najee Harris. He was steady for them on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Titans and the Packers on Thursday night.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight we start Week 11 of the NFL season with a good one here between the Tennessee Titans and the Green Bay Packers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Leading the Packers offense out here, the same man who has been doing so since 2008. That's the great Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
Rodgers going to come out throwing. Tunyon's got it on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And he'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Rodgers to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And the Titans are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. After the turnover, here's Murray. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
Murray's throw taken in by Bourne. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Play fake. Murray. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Murray going to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball. Never lost sight of where it was headed. And stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Watkins here. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets, they don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Well, this defense for the Titans, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he is going to have a Packers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Levante David in on the tackle. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. So 3 points left on the table thanks to a great play there on special teams. They just couldn't protect long enough, Charles, to get that kick away.
Yeah, special teams coaches aren't just simply there to applaud, right? And they're not just there to encourage. They're there to find weaknesses where you can go block the kick. Give them big credit for that one. Good scouting, and they executed it well.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 1st down, and they go back to Harris. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's another carry for Harris. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. On 2nd down, this is Harris. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Murray off play action. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They'll try to field goal now with Graham Gano. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Gano's kick is good, and the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here, and now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals, but they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
Osborne decides against a run back, and this will come out to the 25. Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Again, that's Watkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 21. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Got a man. It's Tunyon. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Rodgers. Toward the pylon, caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Murray now on first down. And once again, this is Sanders. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run with Harris, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Murray now to throw. And it's a Titans touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Brian Burns, the one to bring him down. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. And they're going to speed things up here. On 2nd and 9, Murray. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Murray. This is caught by Evans. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Mike Evans, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To throw is Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead. And that one, just an absolute killer. A chance to get this back within 1 score.
All hope not gone yet, but at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within 1 score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. On play action, it's Murray. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Here's Murray from midfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Murray sets to throw on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time. All right, it's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
First target, first catch at a first down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Osborne. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28th.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Past the 20. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Gano now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Osborne decides against a run back, and this will come out to the 25. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Defense.
So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You said you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? You already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. And again, it's Rodgers. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Rodgers going to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Throwing is Rodgers. That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Parkey with the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. And the Titans are going to come up with it. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. So the false start will back them up 5.
False start, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Back to throw it. Murray. Open man is born. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. To throw is Murray. He completes it to Evans. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Murray. He's got it. Touchdown. Kendrick Bourne from 13 yards out. And the Titans are going to be moving to 10-0 as they add on to this big lead. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Tennessee, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Cincinnati next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.